FlightTime Radio 915. Right now we're in the Made in Africa segment. I got a creative guest in the building. Mic check, mic check.
Mic check. Hello everyone. This is Agushie right here on Guide Radio. Nice to meet you all.
Agushie's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. He's a creative director, but I'm gonna let him break that down for you so we don't miss anything. My brother, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm very well on this flight. Okay, now talk to me about this. I'm very interested in what the creative director is.
That is more or less like an umbrella name that I use, but it's more, multifaceted.
Okay.
I do a lot of things.
Okay.
I come from a background of engineering, but I veered off into basically chasing my passion. So
right.
It's more of filmmaking, a little bit of music, a little bit of gaming.
Okay.
And all things creative, basically. I try to more or less merge all of these things into my projects, and
wow.
that's how I've been living my life since.
Aha. Yeah. So you mentioned something interesting, engineering.
Yes.
In school.
Yeah.
Where was that?
That was big on food processing engineering.
Food processing. Okay.
I like food. From the name, you already know.
Yeah. Agushie. Yeah. Agushie is an ingredient too.
Yeah.
So the food, you jump from the food, and you mentioned passion. When did you discover this passion for art?
I would say somewhere, well, it's always been since I was young, always doing stuff in a creative way.
Right.
I like to dance.
Okay.
But more or less took flight around 2017 when I really got deep into games.
Mm-hmm.
So we worked on a project in collaboration with the Goethe Institute, which was called Enter Africa.
Enter Africa.
Enter Africa. Yeah.
Okay.
It was basically using gamification to kind of reimagine our city future. So we're looking at African countries and what we're going to look like in the future.
Okay.
And how we can use games to catapult ourselves into that level. And it was like reimagining the past, the future, and the present, and then we made a game.
Yeah.
Talking about sanitation, Agushie.
Yeah.
The scrapyard over there. So that's what we did, and then that's when I realized that it's getting deep. So we had to go deeper. We made a game. We managed to showcase it at Gamescom in Germany.
Okay.
And since then I've been doing all of these creative
That's
projects.
dope. I'm trying to think. So when you say game, is it a social game, a video game?
It's a mobile game. For starters, it's a mobile game, but it has an interactive storytelling element. So it's text based.
Right.
So it's like you are learning about the scrap situation.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had our characters and
right.
All of that, and then like I was saying, the multifaceted thing.
Yeah.
We managed to translate that into comics as well. So the characters that we made from the game, we made it into comics.
Okay.
So
who's sketching them?
I had a help of one guy, which is Yofi. I went to school.
Okay. He's a visual artist.
He's a visual artist. Yeah.
Right.
So we managed to do that, and I don't know, maybe in future if you're able to, get more people on board, collaborate, probably you could see a film, you could see an animation, something of that sort.
Yeah. If you have any in mind, over here we support the culture and the art industry.
Yeah.
So we will just launch it and we'll say it on the flights. We have distinguished guests and listeners in this flight. So if you have a project in mind, we can just talk to the listeners because we have a variety of people listening. They're creatives all around. They understand this business. So if you're trying to do comics, or animations?
Animations, comics, films. Because even beyond that, I would say if it's flight time, if you're at altitude, let's say 5,000, we take it to 10,000.
All right.
Right now.
All right. Agushie's in the building.
Recently, I just finished a film project.
Yeah.
Which is Water Tales.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shot in Ghana?
It's shot in Ghana and Togo.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
So who's shooting the
I worked with one guy, Prince J. Pipra.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also Prince, he's also Prince. So
all right.
we worked on my project. And it was basically trying to talk about the stereotype that black people can't swim.
Oh, right,
exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's a big one.
We want to talk about the stereotype and then showcase the story as it is. And it might be true that black people can't swim, but it's deeper than that.
Yeah.
So we wanted to tell it from the historical point of view, the cultural point of view, and also the spiritual point of view.
Nice.
So like that. You go to the rivers and whatnot, we want to tell a story about it. So we were able to capture the Bakatoué festival at the Mina.
Okay.
We also captured the Homo War and then the Twins festival.
Nice.
At the sea, they call it the Hajin Heju.
Hajin Heju.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm Gan, so most of my things are Gan,
heavy,
Gan heavy. even currently what mainly I want to talk about is the KOLOMASHI project.
KOLOMASHI project.
You know about KOLOMASHI?
The name just sounds dope, but I don't know a lot about it. I've heard about the name. So I'm glad you're here today so we can talk to the people about KOLOMASHI project. What is KOLOMASHI project?
KOLOMASHI is in its core, it's KOLOMASHI.
KOLOMASHI. What does that mean?
KOLOMASHI. I think if my grandchild is listening, forgive me, but it means the colonials must leave.
Oh,
so
KOLOMASHI.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this project, more or less, I don't know if you know the climate we are in with this protest going on. So that's where the inspiration came from.
Right.
The people were protesting, and at the protest they were, Shinjama basically, actually, all of those things. And that's when it sparked. So I wanted to get deeper into the story.
Okay.
That's basically what I do. I try to retell stories.
Nice.
With today's medium in a transmedia way. So all media, if it's film, comics, that's where I try to put those stories. And I managed to find out that there was one guy who was called KOLOMASHI.
Okay.
He was the one who kind of started the whole KOLOMASHI movement back then when we were fighting for independence. And then he more or less worked closely with Nkrumah.
Nice.
Through these movements, these songs, then negotiations and all of that. And I want to kind of retell that story, that reframe it and all of that. And then bring it to the natural way, or like the modern way, and kind of have various mediums that we want to express ourselves in, So definitely we are looking at a film, and also we want to bring it into virtual reality as well.
That would be dope. Like to see like a historic gun movie in the big screen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm still at the research stage, so I'm actually speaking to people who are the guy.
Okay, the community.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I was there last year just to connect with them, my own heritage, understand more, and then we have a couple of interviews lined up, which we'll be speaking to them to best understand the whole project, and then we can.
Which neighborhoods are you in?
Well, I'm starting from my family home, which is Bese.
Bese,
yeah, it's close to the Bukom area.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I start from, basically.
Nice.
Because I have a plug over there, let me say, favorite lady. She's called Auntie Alima.
Okay.
Yeah. So anytime I have something related to that, I give her a call, and she says you can.
Shout out to Auntie Alima.
Shout out to Auntie Alima. Yeah.
Real quick.
So yeah, that's how it goes, and it's been super amazing. As we are going on, the thing keeps on.
Are they excited?
They're very much excited. Very much excited. I want to get close to the guy himself, KOLOMASHI. There's not a lot of information about him online.
Yeah.
Because when I was in the research, most of the stuff I was finding was very how do I say, was repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wasn't seeing much. So I guess that's where I see the need for us to go deeper,
100%.
To delve deep in that direction. So
overall, what excites me about your mission is our culture has been suppressed. Like our history has been really suppressed around every aspect. So like Ghana is such a beautiful language, and the culture is so refreshing. So it's like to get that story out, we're championing that cause, you know, and we need that information.
Yeah.
So Bukom and
Choco, all of those areas. I don't, for now, I don't exactly know his family name and all of that. So I'm finding out. It's a self-discovery for me too as well.
Right, because it's your roots,
exactly,
right? Okay.
Exactly. So I'm getting deep into it, and then trying to learn more about it. But if anyone is listening out there, KOLOMASHI's family, I'm very much hoping to sit down over some Intinshin or some Medan,
Talk heavy,
just to have a little bit of a chat, and we can get it going.
Talk heavy. Hey, Magamashi massive. We're trying to link up to find the roots.
Exactly.
Yeah, and tell the story proper. Yeah, the KOLOMASHI project.
Exactly.
So ideally,
Harmony of Freedom.
Oh, yeah, that's such a beautiful title. So ideally, this is going to be a comic or a movie.
I don't know yet, but right now I'm looking at like a documentary film, just to tell the stories.
Actually, that would be dope.
But one other thing that I'm also looking at is taking it to virtual reality as well, the musical aspect.
Okay.
Yeah, the musical aspect. I don't know if you know, but there's some music aspects of virtual reality where people can enjoy it.
Yeah.
So if you're somewhere, let's say you are anywhere in the world globally, You could put on a VR headset and then, you could listen to some serious jama whilst also participating in it. There's this thing like Beat Saber where you can like play music.
So it's the same with the tennis and the boxing.
Exactly, something like that, so that you can see jama proper. If there's opportunity for an exhibition, I do my stuff interactively. So most of the exhibitions I've done in the past is very interactive.
Tell me about some of them. Where and what you've done.
So one interesting one that we had was more of like an artistic activist exhibition.
Okay.
It was held at Untamed Empire.
Nice.
And the title was Exposed.
Okay.
So basically what we did was I wanted to talk about a little bit about corruption, the government and
energy.
The way our data is used and all of that. So I put out a call for applications for people to come for an exhibition. And then I told them to fill a form. But the form, underneath the form, the last part was the privacy policy.
Okay.
And then you have to click the privacy policy and then read about it, and then you can either select yes or no. Most people kind of skip that. And then we wrote clearly in the point that if you skip it, whatever action that we take in the privacy policy, you can't hold us accountable.
Read that.
So basically the exhibition was about themselves. All of those who signed up, we went to the social medias, we took their images, and then we exhibited it. Right. So people came and then they were seeing their pictures up on the walls, and
they had questions.
And they were surprised. Where did you get this image from? Where did you get this image from? It got a little bit serious when someone tried to sue us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the person was a photographer, and then we took his images and then we put it up there.
Okay.
So he was thinking we were like for profit or
whatever. But
it was just like a social experiment, just to get the point across that we should be careful of our data and privacy.
Awareness.
Exactly. That's how I move.
Oh, that's pretty dope. Did you do this by yourself?
I did it with Karim Adams. I don't know if you know him. He's a very great activist and he's doing so much.
Oh, I should have a conversation with him.
Yeah, definitely.
I like this new energy. I think it's refreshing to know that this new way we are thinking outside the box and we're challenging the things we've been taught, especially in regards to our culture. It's been so suppressed. It bothers me so much. Yeah. To find your roots is a struggle.
It's a struggle. And then the stories. I think it was more about the reason why we're always trying to. I'm trying to always document it in which transmedia is that media is evolving. The way we learn about information is changing. Most kids these days would search on TikTok rather than search on Google. Yeah. And our history is more or less what to oral tradition. Yes. And then a lot is lost down. Exactly. It's lost along the line, it's diluted. So I mean what I have now, what I'm going to get now, my only kind of contribution to the future generations is just documents as it is so that it can be immortalized, and then I'm just trying to play my part and reflect the times.
That's beautiful. We need to celebrate that. Make some noise for them real quick. This one is for Gamashi Massive, from the Bobobos to the Jama and everything. Listen, it's a beautiful thing. I'm happy that you came through, bro, because now it's giving people the information and the idea that it's possible.
It's possible.
As you are attacking from the Ga angles, I would want the people to do from the Ashanti tribe, the Ewe tribe.
It's all for Ghana. You don't know, because my mom is also Fanti.
Oh, there you go.
Which is why I went to Elmina and then, along the lines of Israel.
Okay.
To document the fishermen.
I'm Fanti too, so I need to find my people and everything. Yeah. Do you speak the language?
A little bit.
A little bit. What's in there?
Oh
yeah. Mess up my language. But yeah, it's beautiful. This is the thing. We have so many quote unquote folk tales.
Exactly.
Which are real stories, but because there's no documentation, it has become a hearsay thing.
And even if it is documented, I don't know, for some reason it comes a little bit hard to find it out, because and then it's like if you're not in a space you wouldn't know about it. Right. Because I know a lot of people who are doing great work, retelling stories, reframing them, digging into the past, presenting it for the future. One guy, Aram Leti Arts, is making Anansi folklore into mobile games.
Is he?
Yeah, it's super amazing. But then it's like if you're not in that space, you might not know, which is a little bit difficult. So I mean, more energy has to be channeled towards
more energy. We need to amplify this.
Everyone should hear about it because it's about us. We watch a lot of movies and series about
Spider-Man, like Marvel.
Yeah, and Spider-Man is almost Anansi.
It's not almost, brother. He is Anansi. Everything is stolen from us.
If someone from Nigeria was saying Thor was like a thunder god
in
Nigeria, and but understand it's all starts from somewhere, but the earlier the better, and it takes a lot. It's not easy.
It takes a village.
Yeah. It takes a lot.
And we have to do that. So we commend you for taking action, right? A lot of times Ghanaians were very laid back. oh, leave it to Jesus and all of that. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, at this point, like you said, technology is moving so fast. Yeah, it might take a while for the donkey from, to get here. Yeah. So we have to move as a people. And I hope you're involving the kids and the youth in this.
Yeah, most of all, I mean, it's about, I deal in games as well. So most of the things is kind of for like kids to also enjoy. And this virtual reality like this is for all ages, so a kid could also join and just play. I'm hoping that this thing is actualized very quickly. So,
the VR headset. I don't know if it's easily accessible here.
So initially the easily accessible one was the Google Cardboard, which was the cardboard, but that was just for viewing. But right now it's a little bit on the pricey side. At least in the context of Ghana, if you have the Meta Quest, the new ones that have come out, they are north of $499. But I mean, through support and all of that, you could have exhibitions where people can just come and try it out. Right. You don't have to own one to enjoy and experience it. So yeah, I mean, people always tell stories of some exhibition that they've seen of some other culture, some other, the time, and it stays with them. So we don't know how an exhibition of a video talking about Jama or KOLOMASHI or some could affect someone's life and change their trajectory. They might have, we just don't know. The possibilities are endless.
That is very hard because just imagining Jama in the VR, that is gangster. Like it's different, and the kids are gonna go wild for it. Honestly, thinking about it, it's like if we make enough noise about it, Google or whoever is manufacturing has no choice than to partner. And supply the VRs for the people to use.
So in the past, what was happening was that from people when I was in the VR space, which I still am, when we had like a project, I know a couple of people in other countries like Kenya who wrote to like some universities.
Right.
And then the universities were able to send down their old hardware.
Equipment.
Exactly.
Okay.
And people were able to learn about it in terms of VR development and whatnot. But those were like other VR headsets like HTC Vives and whatnot. Not necessarily the Oculus or the Meta Quest.
The new one, Oculus.
But it was like the same way, like if you're looking to get more people into ICT, some people can send them their old PCs and whatnot. So it's all about support and building ecosystems, and we can definitely work something out.
We need to push our own agenda because waiting for the manner from these guys.
Exactly.
One, it's annoying because they're sending us the old stuff, delaying our kids' learning abilities, and two is we have to be able to count on ourselves. You mentioned about the KOLOMASHI. The man has something to do with Kwame Nkrumah.
Yeah, Kwame Nkrumah for sure.
That's a visionary right there, who left us a very powerful message about us believing in ourselves. So I am very happy that you're here today and that people get to hear this. Because like you're saying, if you're not in the space, it's almost like a niche market.
It's almost, and that's what I don't like about it, but unfortunately that's the way it is. And I think we have to do a lot of work, we have to make a lot of noise. And
do you have activation parties?
Activation parties, not yet.
We need something like that.
It would be nice. Right? It would be nice to have like a full-blown party.
Give me some hot kinky, some hot pepper, the fish. It's a Gamashi thing.
We could try something out in the future. Right now, as we've started, it's on www.kolomashi.com. It's still under development.
Take your time so they can hear you.
www.kolomashi.com. KOLOMASHI.com. So it's still under development. You can check it out. We'll be posting more updates on the journey. I mean, I'm telling a story, and then everyone is welcome.
Contribute.
So we're just making sure that this is there, and it's on the internet.
Yes.
So that when you search for KOLOMASHI, you can find it. It's immortalized.
Yeah. In a digital footprint.
Exactly.
Wonderful. So guys, go to the website. If you have information, you can contribute.
Definitely. Okay. Reach out to me. Say, hey, you found this here. I'm definitely open to come in. It's very much open. The story is not for me. It's for everyone.
It's for us.
For Ghans. It's for Ghanaians, and we need to make sure that this thing is here to stay.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful. Looking at the website right now. Yeah, drumming, singing have transformative powers that can boost mood, reduce stress, and promote well-being. That's a fact.
It's a fact.
African rhythm. So shout out to KOLOMASHI Massive and the team and everybody. You guys are doing amazing. You're doing amazing, and it's like here on Flight Time, the whole point and purpose of this segment is to elevate this, push our culture, right? So it can take flight. Absolutely.
And this is made in Africa.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're here today. Big up yourself for coming. I really appreciate this. And whenever the project takes off, whenever you're launching anything, reach out. We're going to support and make sure that, you know, the word gets out and people get involved. Absolutely. This is a great work. Big up yourself, Agushie, man. I'm very happy to hear this. And the Ghana people, everybody there, I'm sure they're celebrating right now. You know, from Buko to
it's always a party over there.
You know,
there's always speakers somewhere.
Absolutely. We spoke to Capito and it was like, yo, we gotta go to Choco because the vibe there. I was like, we're going there. Flight Time is coming to Choco soon enough. Okay. Yeah, when they come jam with everybody, serious jam session. It's amazing. So, bro, before we head out, give them your socials so they know how to find you.
Well, I'm Agushie, but on socials, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Prince Ardayfio. That is Prince, Ardayfio. And yeah, my LinkedIn is Prince Ardayfio. And you can find me online if you just Google Prince Ardayfio. You would also find me. My number is online. On my Instagram is also on my Facebook as well, Prince Ardayfio. The number?
Yeah.
It's also 057-1908-342. It's on WhatsApp, and you can also give me a call. Just let's get connected, and yeah,
listen, people. You have to support Agushie. The mission is big.
It's big,
but it's beautiful. It's big. Yeah, and that excites me about it. And it's wonderful.
The job big.
The job big. So we all for join hands, legs, neck, everything, elbows. Push this one. It's a beautiful project, and we have to celebrate KOLOMASHI. We're going to follow the journey closely. Yeah, and keep us updated on that. Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming. If you're listening to Flight Time, we just had a conversation with the creative director for the KOLOMASHI project, and follow him on all socials, and the number he gave out as well. Contact him, collaborate. Let's build Ghana for ourselves. This is Flight Time on God Radio. Enjoy some great music. We'll be right back with you. Sorry.